What's going on, guys? Stefan here. Today I have a really interesting and informative video that I think will help a lot of you guys out there. Now I'm about to drop a $200,000 exercise in sports science college education on you guys, so I would appreciate it if you leave a like, show this video some love, and comment down below if you want me to go more in depth on anything I talk about today. Alright, so now for the topic at hand. We are going to be talking about the fundamentals of sports performance nutrition. So back when I was in college taking all these nutrition and sports science classes, there was one slide in particular that really stuck with me, and that was the pyramid of nutrition priorities. So take a look at this pyramid, and as you can see, starting from the bottom, it prioritizes what is most important in relation to sports performance. As you start climbing the pyramid, each section gets a little bit smaller and smaller and represents a smaller percentage of what effect that aspect has on your performance on the field. Going over the 5 aspects that this pyramid displays, starting from the bottom, the most important, and then working our way to the top. The least important are your total calories consumed, your macronutrients, so your fats, your carbs, your proteins, your micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, meal frequency and timing, and then finishing it off at the top, supplements. Just to clarify before we actually get started into going over all of these different aspects, just because something is at the top, like meal timing and frequency and supplements, doesn't mean that they're not important. It means that you shouldn't prioritize those without having everything else on the bottom already covered. So let's get into talking about this. We're going to start off with calories. So representing 50% of the total effect that this aspect has on sports performance are your total calories consumed. So what you should focus on before anything else whatsoever is just making sure you're hitting the right number of calories to perform your best. For me personally, I'm happy where I am with my body weight, my body fat percentage, so I consume around 3,000 calories per day. Now I go over body fat percentage in a little bit more depth in another video that I posted, so I'll leave that link in the description below. But once you're in that 6 to 12% body fat range, which is optimal for athletes, it's crucial that you consume the right amount of calories every single day to maintain that weight. So once you're in that 6 to 12% body fat range, it's important to maintain a caloric balance, which means you shouldn't be overeating and you shouldn't be undereating. Overeating and undereating will affect your ability to recover, your energy levels in the field, and your body weight. So get to that 6 to 12% body fat, figure out how many calories you need every day to maintain that weight, and that is by far the most important aspect of this pyramid. So once you figure out how many calories you need every day, then you move on to the macronutrients. Figure out how many carbs, proteins, and fats you need to consume. Your macronutrients make up the next 30% of this pyramid. This video is just laying out the fundamentals, so I'm not going to go too in depth with how to calculate each individual macronutrient. But as a guide, 45 to 65% of your total calories should come from carbs, 10 to 35% proteins, and then 20 to 35% fats. This is a sliding scale, as you can see, but as an endurance athlete, as a soccer player, we'll take carbohydrates for example, you should fall a little bit towards the higher end of that range. These first 2 aspects alone make up 80% of what you should be prioritizing. So focus on calories and where your calories are coming from. Moving on to the third aspect of nutrition and sports performance, we're going to be talking about micronutrients, so your vitamins and your minerals. This section makes up 10% and really reflects where your food is coming from. Are you eating processed junk food that has little nutritional value, or are you getting your calories from foods that come from a wide range of colors, that are nutrient dense, and have a lot of vitamins and minerals? Although vitamins and minerals don't actually provide your body calories, what they do is help your body produce energy from those macronutrients, those carbs, those fats, those proteins that we talked about earlier. Vitamins and minerals are necessary for tissue repair, for muscle function and growth, for energy production, for bone strength, just to name a few, and so on. Moving on to the fourth aspect, which makes up 5%, is meal timing and frequency. So basically, when throughout your day and how many times throughout your day you're eating. Are you consuming 1 or 2 enormous meals a day, or are you breaking up your calories into 3 or 5 meals throughout the day? Are you consuming carbs a few hours before you train, or are you waiting until night to eat all your carbohydrates? Are you getting a meal in within an hour after you finish working out, or do you wait 5 or 6 hours to eat? All of these questions have an effect on how your body energizes itself to train, how you actually perform while you train, and how you recover after you train. But only when you have the first 3 aspects of nutrition covered, then you should focus on the meal timing and frequency. And moving on to the last aspect, and probably the most interesting for most of you, we're going to talk about supplements. Now, supplements only make up 5% of the total effect on sports performance. What I really want to emphasize here is that supplements, although useful, are most beneficial when everything else below it is taken care of. I'm sure you've seen advertisements of companies saying, take this magic pill and in 30 days you'll look like Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not the case. Supplements will not change a bad diet. Only once you have your calories taken care of, your macronutrients, your micronutrients, and your meal timing taken care of, then you'll start to see the effects of supplements. And even then, most supplements are just garbage. There's only a few that will actually benefit you. But as I said earlier, if you want me to go more in depth on any of these topics, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.